Let me introduce myself as Somjit Amrit, CEO of IIT Mandi IISc and HCI Foundation. With me is Professor Subhojit Roy Chaudhary, who is our project director. On the technology development landscape, we have a fair mix of TRL 1 to TRL 9, and TRL 7 to 9, there are 4 of them. And the startups which are supported is around 89, and our investments have been in 6.26 crores, and the net worth is around 500 crores. Since the presentation had to be around foundational technologies in which we are working on, we have picked up 3 foundational technology which we are working on in HCI. The first one is computer vision and AI ML. The second one is generative AI, and the third one is perception engineering. The first 2 are what IISc is doing in terms of addressing industry needs in terms of problem statement, and the third one is perception engineering, where we are getting the research output from IIT Mandi, and we are trying to see the takers for this research output in the industry. So one is a push, the other is a pull which we are trying to create. In terms of translation research in computer vision and AI ML, we are working in road safety and quality management in textile industry. And in terms of foundational technology in generative AI, we are working in domain-specific legal LLM. That is what we are working on in the world of generative AI. In perception engineering, Professor Subhojit Roy Chaudhary and his team are working on 3 senses: the digital touch, digital taste, and digital smell. In terms of translation research for road safety, the application area is road safety, and the application which we are developing is driver alert management system. This has been presented in the past as well. Since we have to tell what we have done in the last 6 months, one important thing which we have done is driver alertness management is one of the 4 areas in which we have to keep the roads safe. And we figured out that we are doing in-time activities for the driver, and we are not covering the things which are external to the driver on the ecosystem, that is the road conditions, weather conditions and the like. So we have added skills into the team through a cluster approach. I think we are hearing about hub and spoke. So we have used a cluster approach where you are getting the transportation engineering department of IIT Roorkee, the computer science department of NIT Warangal, NIT Raipur, and NIT Hamirpur to work with us in a collaborative manner. And this project will be holistic in this sense that we have already created and solved the problem of the driver. But what is happening outside the driver's control, that we are trying to cover with the skills which we are trying to get from the other institutes. The TRL level is 8, and as we have told last time, we have already collected the Indian data sets of around 600 drivers in the country. And never in the history Indian data sets have been created, and we have done that. And the total funding which we spent at IISc was around 30 lakhs, and we are trying to fund this project through a call for proposals by assembling the team from the other 4 institutes to up to the tune of 1.15 crores. So in all, we are working with a fund of 1.45 crores, all funded by NMICPS. The TRL level is 8, and Chandigarh Transport Undertaking is running the proof of concept as we speak. The second translation project is in the area of quality management. Since we are in Himachal Pradesh, the nearest states where industry is, the textile industry is in Haryana and Punjab, and we have tried to cater to this industry need of the textile industry, wherein we are trying to work using computer vision, which is a strong forte of IIT Mandi, and we are trying to work in terms of early detection and replacing the visual quality inspection of both natural fiber, that is pashmina, and synthetic fiber, which we are working with Shingora Textiles. So two angel customers we have. One is Shingora Textiles in Ludhiana for the synthetic fiber, and the Directorate of Handicrafts and Handloom in Kashmir for pashmina fiber. So we have talked about how this platform will work across fibers, both natural and synthetic. That is the uniqueness of this product. In terms of this, the video will not take time. If anyone wants to see, we have been in the stall, you can have a look at it. The second foundational project is in the area of domain-specific legal legal language model, and they have created successfully the legal LLM for paper book. I think, let me show you what paper book is. And if anyone here is working in the legal domain, you may wonder that the text-rich activities in the world of legal documents, many people talk about the judicial documents on judgments. Government has released 36,000 documents with the judgments, open source, and has invited experts to work on these documents. But we have picked up a tougher problem by talking to the legal community in Punjab and Haryana High Court, which is already a customer. And they told us that judgments are easy, they're homogeneous, while paper book, if anyone is keen to see a paper book, how it looks like, it has around 28 different types of documents which get enmeshed in the document, and to do the domain-specific language model is very, very difficult. So that is what we have cracked through using AI agents. 4 types of AI agents we are using, and we have cracked the problem, and today it is being done as a proof of concept in Punjab and Haryana High Court, which is already a customer where we have set up the digital infrastructure for LM for them. This project is being funded. It is a KRA level 6. Once we do the implementation on site with the legal researchers, we'll try to climb it to the level 7. Now I will pass it on to Professor Subhojit Roychoudhury, who is an expert in perception engineering. Subhojit will cover these projects.
Thank you, Subhojit Singh. So at IIT Madri, we are laying a lot of emphasis with respect to foundational research in perceptual engineering. We basically want to develop technologies for representing various extrasensory perceptions like smell, taste and touch. Currently we have taken up 3 grand challenge projects on digital smell, digital taste and digital touch, and we are already in discussion with different industries like Samsung Research, the Next Big Innovation Lab, Mother Dairy, Bark and other industries, to name a few. There's actually so this is actually our digital smell project, where we are trying to identify the smell of the substance at the source end and want to recreate it at the destination end, so that it can be interfaced with television, mobile phone and other devices. The idea is that when you see the advertisements, if for example some biryani ad is coming, you can get the smell of the biryani coming out of the television, or maybe from the mobile phone, or when you go to the restaurant, you order for some food, the smell of the food should come out of the tab menu. And so this is actually the basic thing which we started off with, but then it can be scaled to a lot of levels. Like, for example, it can be used for security applications in the airport. It can be used for a wide variety of use cases, like in the hospitals, particularly for telemedicine applications. So we are actually figuring out all those use cases. Then coming to this digital touch.
In this beginning, we will discuss the current.
Yeah. So for this digital touch, we are trying to develop some artificial skin which will which will provide the basic sensation of touch. So currently we are able to discriminate between hard and soft surfaces, rough and smooth surfaces, and this hot and cold surfaces. These kind of basic sensations we have developed. Essentially, we are trying to mimic the sensory receptions of this Passagian corpuscle, Markers disc, Meissner's corpuscles, and so on. In terms of the digital taste, we are trying to develop artificially generated food using bioprinting. We are basically using some plant-based protein to synthesize various food like pizzas, burgers, and these waffles and all that. So you can see that they are being manufactured. The notion of resonance to detect Alzheimer's disease at an early stage, and we are not only just discriminating Alzheimer's from a normal subject, but we are also monitoring the progression of Alzheimer's disease over time by collecting longitudinal data, where we are basically seeing
Thank you. Thank you, Subhajit. This is one of our success stories in this startup. Why I call it a success story is for two reasons. One is this is a product which was developed through our research capabilities, and we found out the startup in Ahmedabad, and we passed on the technology to this company called Sunbots Innovation. And this has been a successful venture for us in the sense that we have been able to sell the product. Whenever you want to see the camera here, this camera has been designed, and we have this is a working product which has been accepted by the diversity, quickly, and inclusive team of Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. They have taken the product as the sample, and they're trying to promote it in their GEI communities. Why it is important to us is why these products are ready. The list price is 12,000. We have put selling for 6,000 to 8,000 rupees. Around 1,800 units have been sold, and most of this selling has been done to people who are indigent. So it is being sold to NGOs. So we are trying to go to the corporate, that is the Google, the MNCs, which have a very strong DEI program, and they have shown interest, but they are again seeking certain improvements of this product. For example, the product is not enabled on the Apple's iOS. The product has certain features which needs to be more amenable to the corporate world. We are trying to fix it by getting a partnership with these three giants. So that is the interesting thing which we have done in addition to what has been done all these days. This will be demonstrated in our town also, and let me go to the next slide. This is on skill development. Skill development has been one of the strong points for us. In the last 6 months, we have trained 1,841 certified 30 to around 1,300 students, and we have placed around 400 students. So that is very important. And these programs are very well accepted in the small state of Himachal Pradesh. And the fact that we are able to train and place has been now a great eye-catching thing for the people there, and for more important for the government. We have been invited by the President of India to understand how this activity has been done, and that has got the attention of the central government also. So these are some of the accolades we have received. This is from Dr. Jitendra Singh, who is the Minister of Science and Technology. He has accepted our smart map, that is Yogify. I would thank Dr. Ekta Kapoor for enabling that to happen during the Yoga Day of this year. And this is the work which we have done during election time, when we have created a social robot to motivate people to vote and increase the voting percentage. So these are some of the accolades which we have received, which has created a large impact in the country. In terms of sources of revenue, we wanted to separate the revenue between revenues earned or realized, grants received, and the revenue which we have got from foreign operations. So 3.27 crores is revenue realized. The grants which we have received is around 6 crores. We have not added 3.27 and 6, and towards that 9.27 crores. We have tried to keep revenue and grants separately. And thankfully, we have got the first international order from University of Ulster to develop a program in precision medicine, and that we have got it for 30,000 British pounds. That is the first opportunity we have got, and we will be getting the next opportunity of taking LLM to US, where we are looking at working with a couple of patent attorneys, where we are working on LLM in the US market. So this is the way we are trying to take technology developed in India, in the IISc, and in IIT to international shows. In terms of planned expenditure, this year we will be having around 33.61 crores. In terms of way forward, we have set up the Center for HCI. We will be getting people trained on HCI. I think the next 3 years we should have a body of knowledge in the world of HCI. Subhajit Roytri is leading that as a chairperson. We want to implement legal domain LLM in 3 state judiciaries. We have already got the state of Haryana and Punjab with us, and the state of Himachal Pradesh with us. We'll be looking at the other 26 judiciaries in the country. We are working in driver alert management system for the Chandigarh transport, and we have got inquiries from 2 other states. And the cluster institutes we are working with us have promised us to take us to Telangana and Andhra Pradesh in their areas. We are working in developing competency in brain-computer interface. And Subhajit is again an expert on working in parts of brain-computer interface with 256 channel EEG and FNIRS. So that is one of the areas where we are working with AIISc Banglore, but the things are not evolved to showcase here at this stage. And we are partnering with medical devices companies in Buddy, which is in Himachal Pradesh, and in Ambala and Ludhiana and Punjab, wherein we are trying to build solutions which again are not ready to be shared, but those are the roadmap. So with this, I think I wanted to share one thing before lunch. This is a generative AI-based thing which I want to bring to all of you before you go for lunch. So the question is, what did the lion ask the elephant? The lion asked, why is the hummingbird can fly but a chicken cannot? This is the hummingbird, which is small and speedy, tiny but aggressive, little bodies with big appetites. The elephant replies, the hummingbird flies because no one told him he was not supposed to. So we at IIT Mandi, maybe one of the newer generation IITs, and the IIM must be maybe looking small, but we are small yet speedy, tiny yet aggressive, and we have large appetite with small bodies. Our size is small, but we are here to make a difference. Thank you.